Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about three different things, man. We're going to be talking about this Sada baby situation where I guess he's got a lot of haters coming at him on social media. And he said, forget that, I'm going to address this in one fatal swoop. You know what I mean? And then we got the situation going on with 50 Cent's baby mama being pictured with none other than Diddy. Now, everybody knows that Diddy and 50 Cent have had their issues, especially when it comes to battling it out on who's serving the best liquor or whatnot, right? But it looks like 50 Cent was getting a lot of people hitting him up, talking about a picture where Diddy was walking around with his baby mama. Then finally, man, we got to talk about this Black Rob situation. I don't know what's going on exactly, but I do know a little bit of his history. So, man, it might play into what's going down with him today because Black Rob ain't looking good, y'all. Now, before we get into all the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Sada Baby, man. Now, Sada Baby went viral. A lot of people were talking about him because he made some comments about Lil Nas X. Now, Lil Nas X, for those of you who don't know or been sleeping under a rock, is a rapper, man, and he dropped a wild video, man, that a lot of people love, and it got some great push, and, you know, I think his single is #1 now. Sada Baby made a comment on social media that said some things, you know, and it was a meme that he passed around, and a lot of people didn't like, you know, the implications in the joke. You know, I'm trying to tread lightly here, right? Well, Sada Baby took to social media to talk about the situation that I guess has been going on since then. It looks like either he's talking about some type of personal beef that he has in the streets out there in Detroit, or it's something that he's got going on as far as like this whole backlash from him passing on that meme. Now, for those of you who don't know who Sada Baby is or you're confused about him, Sada Baby is a Detroit rapper, and he's an interesting character to say the least, man. A lot of people find a lane in hip hop where they have this kind of character, and it works for him, man, because he can still remain street and be just an interesting person to watch. You know, some people have that ability. Now, he went to social media and he dropped this post right here. In the very first post, Sada Baby said this. He said, "Wish I would be in jail for an extra 10 years because I thought I was smart, then just blaming the world because I'm a goofy." And this is obviously something personal that he's talking about, that he knows somebody, I guess they're in a jam, and they tried to outsmart the system, and they got themselves an extra 10 years. You know, whoever that is, I feel bad for him, man. But then he followed it up with this post right here. Now, Sada Baby uses some colorful language here, so I'm going to have to paraphrase a bit. So he starts off by saying this. He said, "I'm 6'2" in real life. Every cat, and I really mean every cat, who disrespected me on the internet saying something, acting like they tough, never even tried to do anything in person. Cats be looking at the ground, cats leave the building, cats speak to me like we cool or bull, you know what I mean? I guess you know what it is." So basically in this post, he's letting it be known that he's a relatively big dude, I guess. Now, when I see him, he's got a lot of pictures and videos of him hooping and stuff. He doesn't look like massive, like he's this humongous monstrous type dude, but man, pause. It seems like he's trying to let it be known that, man, you might can say things about him on the internet, but face to face, most cats, you know, they buckle and fold. So I don't know if he's directing this at those people who have been coming at him because of his comments about Lil Nas X or the meme that he shares, or if this is just a direct shot at his ops in the rap game, because he's had little run-ins with different rappers. He had a run-in with Doe B. He had a run-in with a lot of different people, man. And maybe he's still got some plex or something out there that, you know, we haven't yet discovered. But regardless of that, somebody got Sada Baby upset. All right, so next, let's talk about 50 Cent, because a picture just went viral recently of Diddy walking around with his baby mom, and it looked like they was on some vacationing or something like that, having a good old time. And man, you know the internet, they went straight at 50 Cent and just let him know that, hey man, we got this picture of your girl or your ex-girl or your baby mom or whatnot walking around with Diddy. And 50 Cent had one of the best replies ever. He was totally unbothered by the whole situation. He did not care about this one bit. And he made this post right here. 50 Cent reposted the picture on his social media site and basically said this, man. 50 Cent said this in true player fashion. He had the shocked eyes on the post, and he said, "Nah, me and Puff fight over business. If he liked the girl, he liked the girl. I don't give a you know what." And then he went to promoting his liquor and stuff on the post. But man, hopefully this is a lesson to the young rappers out there. Like, dude, ain't no reason in the world you should be out here on social media going at it with other people over some girl. I mean, this is 50 Cent's baby mom. This is like the mother of his youngest son or whatnot. And most people would probably expect him to have some type of irrational response to this or lash out. But come on, dude. 50 Cent is rich, paid. And he got his own girls on the side, man. He got his girl, what is her name? Cuban doll or whatever, who's a very attractive young lady, man. So, dog, that's how you handle the situation. And hopefully, man, a lot of the young rappers out here will use this as an example, and see that's how you handle the situation with your exes, man. Because so many rappers get into it, and it starts with one rapper dating some other rapper's girl. And it almost always starts like that for some reason. And when you're young, emotions are flying around. Dudes don't know how to deal with their emotions. And sometimes folks get carried away. But the real player way to deal with that is how 50 Cent did, where he's like, man, I don't care. Like, me and Diddy, we fight over what's really important. Money, legacy, building empires. You know what I mean? Like, if he liked the girl, he liked the girl. Cool. Now, 50 Cent, man, he hasn't said anything since. But, man, a lot of people are saluting that post and really recognize what that is. Okay, now let's talk about this Black Rob situation, man. So Black Rob was recently pictured in the hospital, or it was really a video of Black Rob in the hospital, and it ain't looking good, y'all. But, man, I will say this. Black Rob has had it tough ever since he got into the rap game, man. There was a story that dropped I want to say a year ago, and I covered it, and it talked about his situation with his child support, where he felt like it was draining him and making him broke. And then he was having troubles with his label still. It's a situation that a lot of rappers who signed around the time that he did go through, right? But Black Rob was recently spotted in the hospital, and he was just talking, trying to send his well wishes to DMX, and it just didn't look good, man. It looked bad. He looked real bad, man. But Black Rob has had a lot of situations in the past where he's had, his health at risk. Like, there was a story that was released back in 2015 or 2016 or something, where he had a stroke. And then I think he had another stroke after that. And I'm not sure if this is related to that or not, but it's obvious that dude, man, might need to, take his health more serious, or either he's battling some serious health issues that we have no clue about. So all I can say is with what happened to DMX recently, the recent passing of DMX, rest in peace, X, obviously, I did a whole video about that, but I hope that he would take his, that people would take this seriously and send him some type of well wishes and whatnot. You know what I mean? So I'm wishing the best for Black Rob, because we don't want to have a weekend where we see two horrific things happen or lose two great rappers in the same weekend. We don't want to see anything like that. And I hate to even put that in the atmosphere. But, man, I'm just wishing the best for Black Rob. But, it was troubling. It was really messed up to see that video, to be honest. Now, what do you guys think, man? What do you think about this whole Sada Baby situation? Do you think that Sada Baby still has some beef from the comments about Lil Nas X? Or are people past that? And whatever he's addressing is just something he's addressing. And what about 50 Cent? Do you appreciate the way that 50 Cent handled everybody going around and passing pictures of his baby mom kicking it with Diddy, who's obviously one of his known nemesis in the business world? You know what I mean? And what about Black Rob? Is everybody tuned in on what's going on with Black Rob? And, man, I just say send him some well wishes and whatnot. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And please hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.